Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 tricks to embarrass your teachers. So we all hate those teachers who think they know everything, but here's a few ways to embarrass them with these awesome tricks. And if you guys don't go to school anymore, then don't worry, because you can still blow your friends' minds with these amazing tricks. So be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment "I subscribed" and I will reply. So coming in at number 10, we have guess any age. So this is the only way to guess anyone's age with 100% accuracy. So let's say somebody's 18 years old, but you don't know that. All you need to do is tell them to multiply their age by 5 and then add 8, and then multiply that by 2, then subtract 6 from it and multiply it by 10, then ask them what number they've got, then subtract 100 from that and divide it by 102, and you should get 18. And yes guys, this works with any age, so get ready to blow some minds and maybe creep some people out too. But next up we have mind reading. So this is the only way to know what number anyone is thinking of. So for this one, all you need to do is ask somebody to think of a number between 1 and 20. Let's say it's 7, but it works with any number from 1 to 20. Then tell them to add 5 and multiply that by 3. Then tell them to subtract 15. Then ask them what the end result of all of that was, and it should be 21. Then divide 21 by 3, which comes out as 7. So yeah guys, this is a surefire way to blow anyone's mind as long as you do it with a number from 1 to 20. But next up we have number predicting. So for this one, write down a 6-digit number, then get somebody else to write another 6-digit number under that. Then you write another 6-digit number under their one, and then the guy will write another 6-digit under yours, and then you'll do the same again too. Then add up all the numbers, and then you take a piece of paper out of your pocket with that number already written on it. How do you do this? Well, all you need to do is look at the second and third numbers. So the second number was written by somebody else, and the third was written by you. And when you're doing this trick, what you need to do is make sure that the 6-digit number you put under theirs adds up to 999,999 when you add the third and second numbers together. And then you do the exact same thing with the last two numbers. And that means that the last four numbers will add up to 999,000 multiplied by 2, which is 1,099,998. So all you need to do before the trick is choose a 6-digit number that's bigger than 1,999,998, add that to 1,900,998, and then write it on a piece of paper. And then get ready to make people's brains melt. So next up we have 2 plus 2 equals 5. So this seems impossible at first, but it's really just a trick. So let's take an assumption that minus 20 equals minus 20, and then let's rewrite that as 16 minus 36 equals 25 minus 45. Then we need to add 81 over 4 on both sides, and then rewrite the equation like this. Then here's where it gets complicated. Rewrite the equation using a minus b squared, and then get the square root of both sides, which would be this. Then cancel out 9 over 2 on each side, which gives us 4 equals 5, and because 4 is 2 plus 2, that proves that 2 plus 2 equals 5. And if you're totally lost at this point, the way we did the trick was that when we square rooted, we only considered the positive numbers and not the negative numbers. But you can actually do that, so it still makes sense. So yeah, this is bound to fool almost every teacher unless they're really, really good at maths. So next up we have use shoes to work out ages. So I'm sure you guys all know that you can tell a lot about a person from their shoes.
Mom always said there's an awful lot you can tell about a person by their shoes.
But I'm sure you guys didn't know that a person's shoes can actually tell you how old they are. All you need to do is take their shoe size, let's say it's 8, then multiply 8 by 5, which would be 40, then add 50 to that, so 50 plus 40 would make 90, then multiply that by 20, which makes 1,800, then add 1,014, which would make 2,814, then subtract the year they were born, let's say it's 2000, and that adds up to 814. And that looks wrong, but no, because if you separate the numbers, the first number is the shoe size and the last two numbers are the person's age. So try this out and blow all of your friends and your teachers' minds. So coming up next we have Maths Genius. So it may sound hard to multiply by 11, but it's actually very easy with this one trick. And with this trick you can fool anyone into thinking you're a math genius. So let's take the number 24 and then add the digits 2 and 4 to make 6. Then put the 6 in between 2 and 4 and you have the answer. And if you want to do this with a higher number, like in this case where I have 86, well 8 plus 6 will make 14, but because 14 is 2 digits, instead of putting it between the 8 and the 6, all you need to do is put 1 above the 8 and that makes 9, and then put the 5 in between the 9 and the 6, which makes 946, which is the answer to 86 times 11. Who knew math could be so simple? So next up we have how many months. So if you ask most people how many months have 28 days, most people will say 1 because they'll start thinking about leap years and then not know the answer. But really, if you think about it logically, the answer is actually all months, because every month has at least 28 days, and most months have 30 or 31 days. So yeah guys, your teacher or whoever you tell this trick to will be kicking themselves after finding out how obvious this one really is. And next up we have what am I? So this is a really hard riddle that even the smartest people won't get. And it goes like this. I am something. I'm the beginning of the end. I'm the end of time and space. I'm essential to creation and I surround every single place. And the answer isn't actually anything highbrow. It's actually the letter E. And that's because E is at the beginning of the word end, and it's also the last letter of the words time and space, and it's also essential to the word creation, otherwise it would be creation. And the beginning and end of the sentence every single place end in E, so it surrounds the sentence. So yeah guys, this is a really good trick to confuse people and make them look pretty dumb when they find out how simple the answer actually is. And next up we have square. So you might know that a squared number is a number times by itself. For example, 4 squared is 4 times 4, and that's not too hard, but one thing that most people can't do is square 2-digit numbers. But if you know this one cool trick, you can square 2-digit numbers pretty easily. So let's try and square 75. So take 75 and get the 7 from that, and then multiply that by 7 plus 1, which will be 8. Then put 25 at the end to get a 4-digit number. Then we get 5,625, which is the square of 75. So there you go guys, now you can square any 2-digit number ending in 5 very easily and make yourself look like a mathematical genius even if you're really not. And next up we have how many fish. So this is a trick that most people get wrong, and it's kind of like a riddle. So it says 10 fish are in a tank, 2 drown, 4 swim away, and 3 die. How many are left in the tank? And most people would say 1 because all of the others have either swam off or they're dead. But the actual answer is all 10 are still there, because the fish are in a tank so they can't swim away, and fish also can't drown so that wouldn't work, and if 3 of the fish died they'd float to the top of the tank so they'd still be in the tank even when they're dead. So yeah, this is bound to trick almost anyone because it's kind of like 3 tricks in one. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the coolest trick. But as always, thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.